So we're here with Keff Kaplan, who's the game director on Overwatch, the new shooter coming from Blizzard. What about pricing? I mean, this is kind of a MOBA-esque kind of design architecture. Does that mean it's going to be free to play or subscription-based? What are you guys thinking at this point?
It's a really great question. And believe it or not, we haven't locked in on what our business model is going to be. We've been talking about it a ton lately. And one of the things that we're very fortunate to have is a lot of experience in different business models. So if you look at Diablo 3, it's more of the traditional box model. We've got World of Warcraft, which is a subscription game that's enjoying success. And then we've got a couple of free-to-play titles like Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm. So there's a lot of knowledge in the studio about what works and what doesn't work in different business models. So we're watching how those models evolve and how they sort of perform in our different games. And then we're also evaluating Overwatch itself, what's important to the core gameplay and what needs to be there for the player on day one. The bottom line is we know that the business model has to feel like a great value for our players first and foremost, and they have to feel like whatever they invest into the game that they got something great from that. So we hope to announce it soon. I really hope we lock in on it soon, but we don't have it decided yet.
I want to ask about Zaria and how you guys were being very candid about player feedback being incorporated in her design. Can you walk us through the process of what she looked like and felt like before you guys incorporated the feedback?
Well, Zaria was actually fascinating. So Zaria didn't change based on player feedback. More of the feedback that we heard was, hey, I want to be a female tank. You've got Reinhardt, who's this awesome, really burly dude right now. You've got Winston, who's the talking ape from the moon. That's cool, but what if I want to be a female and I want to be a tank? And also, people were evaluating our other body types, and they were pointing out things like, well, it's really cool that if I'm a male and I want to be short and stocky, you've got Torbjorn, or if I want to be sort of like the perfect body type, I can be Hanzo, the bow ninja. What if I want to be a muscular female? What do you guys have for me? And we thought it was awesome. We have an amazing concept artist. His name is Arnold Sang. He's drawn all of the characters for Overwatch. And one day he just sort of said, hey, how about this for a hero? And he showed us the concept picture of Zaria, and she literally didn't change from the original concept that he showed us. And we're like, that's amazing. We want to be her. Like, how fast can we get her in the game?
I played as Zaria a little bit yesterday, and she has a nice. She's a tank, so I was expecting her to move as quickly as the other characters, but she still had a lot of mobility to her that I really appreciated, and her aiming was good too. The particle cannon is a really great feeling weapon. What made you guys decide to give her that particular movement speed and kind of the weapons and the attack capabilities that she has?
Zaria's design is pretty amazing. We have a great hero designer. His name is Keff Kaplan. He's actually a guy who worked for years on World of Warcraft doing most of the big epic boss fights that players will remember. And Jeff loves to create heroes that have a lot of simple, elegant abilities that sort of combo well. He also likes to make sure that everything just sort of feels good. He's not a big fan of guns with big recoil kick or characters that are penalized by moving too slowly. He really has that value of gameplay first and how can we make things feel great. And I think he did a great job with Zaria also in sort of adding that fun, high skill resource mechanic of, I want to protect my allies, I want to protect myself, but that also allows me to do more damage. So we recognize she's like a higher skill tank than maybe Reinhardt or Winston, but we definitely know the variety of Overwatch. We've got higher skilled players, lower skilled players, so it speaks to a lot of our player base out there.
So we've been talking with Keff Kaplan, the game director on Overwatch coming from Blizzard. You guys are still not talking an exact time frame for release.
We don't have a release date locked down, but we did announce here at PAX that we'll be going into beta in the fall of 2015.
Awesome. All right. So get your computers ready and spec'd up for Overwatch, which is going to be out later this year. Thank you, Jeff.
All right. Thank you very much.